Let's focus on SAB. That company also out with the first quarter trading update, and beer volumes falling 1%, but the stock closed up 1 2/3% at 222.50 Rand today.
Bronwyn, I think it was, with beer volumes being down, it is slightly disappointing, but you have to see that in context of a global economy that's hugely under pressure. Beer volume almost 9% down in Europe alone. So this business is taking a lot of strain in developed markets, but they're saving grace once again emerging economies where they are still seeing growth and there is still demand for beer. And at the end of the day, this is my favorite global warming stock. So
is it your favorite global warming stock?
The more it gets, the more beer you drink.
So 212. That's a great joke. 222 Rand. What do you make from a valuation, given it is your favorite global warming stock?
I'm quite happy buying the stock at these levels. I don't have a huge problem with it. It's a very solid management team. They've got a proven track record. Input costs are coming down. So, and with the global economy looking to pick up in sort of the next 18 months, you can't go far wrong with us.
And finally, resolution or some agreement between Kumba iron ore and ArcelorMittal. We're looking at $50 a ton on iron ore, the agreed price for 520,000 tons of iron ore a month, which doesn't seem to be too different from the volumes that traditionally they've been purchasing from Kumba iron ore on a monthly basis. Yes. Anything above that 520,000 tons, they will be paying market-related prices. We've got ArcelorMittal today up 2 3/4% at 81.30 Rand. And as we said, Kumba also benefiting from results out today, up 3.5%. ArcelorMittal, is there still a gap to be closed from its fall of over that 100 Rand level?
Bronwyn, I'm a bit reluctant to comment on Arcelor because, you know, at the end of the day, they are pulling the short end of the stick here. They did drop the ball, and now they're paying the price for that. The reality is that Kumba are looking after their shareholders and obviously doing what's right in terms of business. At the end of the day, it comes down to business. Having said that, we get back to the old adage, shareholders want certainty, and that's why the Mittal share price is up, because we had talk of cancellation of supply agreements and cutting production capacity in South Africa. It was actually getting quite nasty. I'm glad we've got some resolution, albeit temporary respite. I think they refer to it as a temporary price amendment agreement, and it's only going to run till sort of the middle of next year. So we would need to get some longer-term clarity on this pricing agreement, but it looks like Kumba is the big winner in this story.
And then Lonmin out with a third quarter update. We had platinum sales there halved due to the closure of its major furnace. It's the third largest platinum producer in the world, but they have reiterated their full-year targets for refined platinum. Your view on Lonmin being the third largest platinum producer in the world?
Bronwyn, it's not really a stock we follow, and this set of results were actually quite surprising. Oddly enough, Lonmin tends to surprise on the downside, and the converse was true today. As a result, the share price reacting quite positively. And
2 3/4% higher on the day. We're at 171 Rand. You're still not going to take any notice of this one.
Prefer Impala in this space. It's a much better company.
The European bank stress tests are set to be published tomorrow. It has been a theme that we've been discussing extensively for the last 2 weeks. Any event risk in your eyes?
It's a bit of a lucky packet, don't you think? I mean, we sort of stress testing to see, you know, what rabbit are we pulling out of the hat. And so the banks so far have come through with flying colours. But I think we just need one to fail, especially a name, and you'll have risk aversion right back. I mean, we've seen extreme volatility in the past 3 days with the S&P 500 swinging close on 70 points on the Dow and on the up. So, sorry, on the down and on the up. Freudian slip there. So we're not out of the woods yet, and I don't think that...
well, let's rather say, you know, we're looking at these stress tests coming out after the market closes tomorrow. Yes. We've then got a weekend to analyze these results. Do you not think that nobody's going to want to be long ahead of the weekend and that data flow?
You'd probably be net neutral position. I wouldn't be taking a bet on the banks right now, because like I said, it is a bit of a lucky packet, and all you need to do is just call one wrong and you get carried out on a stretcher.